Hello friends, I'm back. Let's make this a two-part video. So I removed the fuser. It sits back here and it literally fuses the toner to the paper. There's a couple little pieces that pop off here. We'll put it back together and you'll get to see it in reverse. But this easily, first of all, this piece easily comes off. If you kind of wiggle it down, it pops right off, falls right off. That's your outer bypass tray door. This is the cover. You can open it in case there's a jam. The same story, kind of just wiggles off and pops right off. Once you do that, you have these two covers. You're going to unscrew them. There's two screws right there. Each one has just one screw in it. It reveals an electrical connection here. You're going to disconnect that. That goes to the fuser. This kind of wiggles to the side, and you can pop that electrical connection off. And then there's two screws here for the fuser. They go in right there and right up there. So once you got that, you'd be very, very, very careful, and it will slide out. There are a couple of things you gotta be careful of. Lift it up a bit to get it over this ledge and stuff. Well, like I said, we'll put it back together in reverse. I did find the problem why I was getting this nasty little streak on every print I do. It's just been driving me insane. So you can see it there, and this is kind of a recap. This is another thing I printed. You see the streak there. If I'm trying to print stuff like flyers for work with photos and stuff on them, it gets to be a bear. I have the wrong stuff here. You're gonna wanna go to the store and buy the right stuff. My printer is so old, and I have spare parts for it, like new parts in the other room, so I'm not really too concerned about these. You want denatured alcohol, 100%, or as close to pure alcohol as possible, or ammonia without any additives such as smells and stuff like that. And you want Q-tips, which I forgot. So I will be right back. And I'm gonna show you how to clean the fuser. I don't know if this is terribly visible. Let's take this over here. I found a nasty little streak of, this is hard to do with one hand, a nasty little streak in there. Where's that guy? Try and get the light on it and focus this. It just does not want a meter in there. Welcome to the world of filming stuff by yourself. If I can get my, I can't get it. There, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. That little streak there is what's causing the problem. There's some gunk on the fuser itself. That black roller heats up, literally like etches or fuses the toner to the cartridge. This red one's just kind of like a foam roller that really presses the paper down hard against the fuser. So I will grab my Q-tips and be right back. So I think you might get the gist here. I'm gonna wet the end of a Q-tip, and then I'm going to take it into here where my streak is that you can barely see in there, and I will, there we go, you can see the streak now. I will try and clean that off. This is what I read on the internet for a high-end copier station. That's how they advised to clean it, although they wanted pure alcohol or pure ammonia. So let me pause this and you can kind of watch me doing that. Okay, friends, I'm going to start with ammonia just because it's horrible. Dipped it in there. And I'm going to just get this in here and touch the fuser and see if that comes off. I hope it's not a tear in the fuser. So, because that would be I'd have to replace it, and I don't know that it is. I'm getting some gunk off there, so I'm not terribly sure. I wish there was a way I could inspect that a little closer. I can. See, there's the fuser there, so if I turn it the right direction, I can reveal that. Streak. Right there it is. Okay, I don't know if you can see it a little bit better. I can certainly see it better. I don't know if that's going to come off or not. And I remember, I'm going to delete the video before this or edit out the part. That's how I tore my previous fuser. When the paper was in there, I rolled this the wrong way And see these little arms here? One of them dug into the fuser and ripped it. So I'm actually seeing that I have a tear in the fuser. This has been used so many times that it just wore out and cracked there. I've printed I'd be surprised if I printed 30,000 pages with this fuser here. But yeah, it's toast. So I'm gonna pause the video here and show you something really quick. First, there you can see the tear up close, and it's unfortunate, but this thing's certainly done its work. It's time to retire it. So this is the dungeon, the storage room in my house. And I actually bought this printer secondhand off Amazon for like $100 or something. I got all the cartridges, Brother cartridges. I got all new drums, Brother drums, all spare parts. They were the same parts as the copier station. So for a little bit more than you can buy toner, you can buy a new printer and have the backup parts. I'm going to take this in the other room and we're going to remove the fuser from it and put it in the other printer. Alrighty, we're back. This is one of the best purchases I've made, is just this printer for extra parts. So let me put that back together and show you how I did that. You can pop off the bypass tray, lift up, comes out like that. And how did I do this? The other one just kind of fell off. Let me see here. Do it again. Let's open this. Nope, I see how I did it. So yes, you have to open this. These little pieces here that I took from the other one have to come off as well. So they have a catch that holds the bypass tray in place. Lovely. I do have magnetic screwdrivers, so I'll put some of those in the description. If you're ever working, I don't care what you're working, unless it's sensitive to magnetics, magnetic fields or something, and these don't really produce a really strong magnetic field. You want magnetic screwdrivers, which are just not agreeing with me today. So now, these little things will pop out. They'll kind of wiggle out, along with this door tray, whatever you call it. And this will come off. And what we have here is a brand new fuser. Praise be to God, we have a brand new fuser. Let's see if we can see everything. These here, you should have a regular screwdriver, or if you're not too concerned, you push forward on the top and back and they pop right out. The next thing is, you notice we have this. I don't know if you can see that. There's a second electrical connection here. Well, let's see. We got to push down on it here and it comes out. I pushed on the top here of the outside part of the electrical connection and it released that tab and it came out. We have two screws holding the fuser in yet. See, I don't know if you can get a vantage on that. The first one is here. The second one is here. I'm going to undo those first. This is still on. It's kind of nice to get everything out of your way. The bypass tray is still on. Oh, yeah, it will just pop out if you pull like this out with your right hand, my right hand here. I don't know what that is on the screen. I'm not too good with that. So these come out really easily. And wow, hopefully the magnetic screwdrivers you buy are better than the ones at Harbor Freight. That's what I got here. Let's undo this. And there it came out. And I'm just sliding straight back. And right here I got something held up. But here I have nothing held up. So I'm going to pull out on that side, like that, and out. There is our new fuser from this guy. And I'm quick gonna do a comparison because the other printer I'm using is full duplex and this one is not. So just gonna do a side by side and see how they look in comparison to each other. This is the old fuser. It's a little dirty. We notice those are worn out. These are a lot newer. But just a quick look. They appear to be the exact same thing. So I don't want to get them mixed up. This is the new one. I'm going to set it to the side. And we're going to do the reverse procedure and put this one in. Because this printer, despite this doesn't work, isn't in really great shape, this fuser, I can still print on this thing. If I want to print something unimportant, I can do that. I'm just going to kind of set that to the side, get it behind there, swing it into place. I don't know if you saw how I did that. I hope you did. What I like to do next is, here's where the magnetic screwdriver will work well. Put it on the end there. Mine's actually a little dirty. That's probably part of what happened. Put it on. I'm just going to get those lightly put in there, like so. And now I'm going to do the electrical connections. Really nice. This one's color-coded. Red goes into the red connector. And it's keyed as well, so you can't put it in backwards. Push that in. This goes into the white. Of course, push that in. This guy goes into the big guy on the end here. This is not very hard to do. But that said, I would only do this on your printer if you happen to have a, what was I gonna say? If you happen to have a printer that's out of warranty. Otherwise, Brother has just amazing customer service. Mine actually broke under warranty and they sent me a printer. They paid the postage, they did everything. So, and I hate to say this too loud, but it broke because of me. I tried to pull a page out that was jammed and I goofed up the fuser. I ripped it. I'm also going to show you really quick, if your fuser is salvageable, I think we did that at the beginning. Well, we looked at that at the beginning. So if your fuser is salvageable, I'm doing this wrong. So I haven't tightened the, you get to see me make every blooper in the book. I haven't tightened this screw. So the connectors are in. We're good to go. Let's tighten that screw. Let's tighten this one here. Notice you don't have to be crazy tight with this stuff. We're not working on a race car or a cylinder head or something with a vehicle. So you don't have to torque things down real tight. I'm going to put this one on first. The reason is just for this side. I believe it is. Sometimes it's a little tricky to, there we go. Tricky to get this stuff figured out the second time, but this printer is really a pretty simple little printer. Let's go on there. I'm not going to edit this. I do make professional videos, but this is just, I'm sorry if it's a little long, but it takes a long time to edit a video, and this is just to be really helpful and a quick and dirty video to throw up there for you guys. And with that said, I do hope it is helpful. So this, just kind of fidgeting around here. To be careful on this one because this is the one that holds that door in place. Oh, and on that fact, you want to put the the bypass tray in place before you put that guy on. So let's pull him off. Gosh darn. There we go. Bypass tray on. He's in place. This guy, oh, it snaps back in there. Lovely, it wasn't snapped in place. Now this should just slide on pretty quick and easy like. There we go. There's a notch here though. It's just not, hopefully you're not seeing my bald spot. Notch here that just doesn't want to quite line up. And why is that? Let me pause this and troubleshoot. Aha, these wires were laying on the outside there, so they didn't want to, this didn't want to pop on. There we go, around there. And then this little notch here, actually, there we go, goes in front of the clip we're putting on. Magnetic screwdriver. Working for me at this point. And the fuser is in place on this old printer. That's the broken fuser, so let's close that up. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna install it on the other printer. I'm gonna show you how to do a test print. Okay, so I've got it installed. I'm gonna power up the printer. Of course, when you do all this, you wanna make sure your printer's powered off. See if it comes around. It likes the new tone fuser. Oh, another note, you always wanna have some of this around. If you got a drum that's dirty or something, you can spray it off with this. If it's giving you some problems, you can use that to clean it up. Like right now, it's balking at me about this cyan cartridge. It's been giving me a lot of troubles lately. So I spray it off and let it in and out. Still doesn't see it. So I'm gonna pause this and get that working. Sometimes I just gotta remove and put it in a bunch of times. Oh, maybe I'll take off right there. Maybe it sees it. It's powering around. I will come back when it's got this all working. It's complaining about the yellow now. So you notice I got it up and running. I'm getting a low toner warning, but I have new toner cartridges in here. I'm using generic ones. They work fantastically well, but sometimes they don't reset correctly. I will show you how to reset the page count. Now let's do a test page and see if this drum fuser works correctly. You go into the wrenches over in the corner, you click toner, and then you click test print. Okay, and it's gonna print a page for us. After it prints, we'll see if it works. So before we look at it, this is an old print here. You can see a streak through there from where the old fuser was ripped. And you see it there again. It's just super annoying. On this page, it may be hard to see on that. I mean, it's perfect. So that toner works, that fuser works perfectly. And with that said, I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to put in the description a few things that you might like to have for troubleshooting your printer. And keep in mind, you only want to troubleshoot it or do things like I did if it's out of warranty and it's on its last leg, because I'm going to make no guarantees. I'm not a printer expert. I'm just a tinkerer that this is going to work for you. You want to work with a brother if you're under warranty, or even if you aren't and it still has some good life, work with a certified person to do all that. You want these spray cans to clean your printer. You'll want unscented, just plain ammonia, and you'll also want denatured alcohol. You can do a lot of stuff with your printer doing that. If it's a last resort, if some of your rollers dry out and they're not working too well, they're not gripping the pages like down here in the tray, get yourself some olive oil. This is crazy. And very, very, very lightly apply it to some of the rollers and then run a lot of pages of paper through them. That can recondition them sometimes. I'm gonna cut this video off here. It's really long. If you have any questions, make sure to ask those in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. Again, there'll be some links, some additional links to help you out in the description. Some of those may be affiliate links. I get a little bit of money if you buy through them. But if not, you just want to ask me some questions, feel free to. Thank you.